You know when creators upload those videos where they talk about how much money they earn every month? Do you ever look at those and just think, how?
How did you do it?
Or maybe you look at them and think, is this really true? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be telling you exactly how these creators are making money in the hopes that it's going to help you on your journey to earning income as a creator too. This video is brought to you by Kartra, more on them later. All right, let's go. We're going to break down the main different types of creators that exist right now, and I'm going to tell you exactly how they're earning income. I might even give you some rough numbers of how much money they might be earning, right? So buckle up. If you're nosy, this video is for you. So the first type of creator that we're going to talk about is the diversified creator. Obviously, I had to give them all names because, you know, why not? It's the small things in life will bring me joy. So we're going to call this first type of creator the diversified creator. This creator is someone who has their fingers in a lot of pies. Bit of a gross saying, that one. But it basically means that they have multiple income streams. So they might earn money from the social media platform they're on. For example, they might be on YouTube and earning money through YouTube's partner program. They might also have a product or a service that they sell. Maybe they sell digital presets. Maybe they sell ebooks. Maybe they offer coaching services. They also likely earn money through brand sponsorship. So this is when you partner up with a brand to promote their product or service. All in all, they normally have more than 3 income streams, and they balance these income streams amongst each other. The thing to know about this creator, because I actually identify as this creator, is that they're not always the richest creators of all of them, but they are usually the ones who have a stable, consistent income. And that's usually the reason why most people try to go down this route, okay? So let's talk about some pros and cons to becoming this type of creator. And as I mentioned, I identify as this type of creator, so this one's really close to my heart. Let's start with the positives, the pros. The pros to becoming this type of creator is that it can be quite fun because you have a few different projects on the go. So for me, for example, I have a membership for creators called The Collective. I also earn money for YouTube's partner program. So, you know, when you see those ads pop up in this video, I'm earning income from that. I offer brands and creators consultancy services. I work with brands on sponsored content, and I do things like public speaking as well. So because I've got a few things on the go, no one day is the same for me. And I personally like that because it means I have lots of variety. In addition to this, and the main pro is the fact that my income is fairly consistent. When you have multiple income streams, they kind of average out amongst each other, and it becomes a lot easier for you to predict how much money you're going to make every month. And this is very useful if you want to do things like hire people. I have a full-time marketing coordinator and I work with a video editor. The reason why I'm able to employ people to help me out is because I know roughly how much money I'm going to make every month. It also allows you to do things like take time off, go on holiday, get a mortgage, you know? So if those are the kind of things that you value and that you really want from your career as a creator, then becoming a diversified creator might be for you. Now let's talk about how much money these types of creators actually make. Obviously, this is going to vary drastically, but from my personal experience, diversified creators usually make on average between $3,000 per month all the way up to $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 per month. It does really depend on the type of creator you are, the type of products and services you offer, and of course, the size and quality of your audience. Now, I'm willing to bet that a lot of you listening to this have thought, okay, maybe going down the route of the diversified creator is the right route for you. If that's the case, then I want to talk to you about Kartra because it's going to be an invaluable tool for your journey. So as part of your journey to becoming a diversified creator, you're going to want to create some form of product that you can offer to your audience. And usually that product's going to be based on what you know and the value that you can teach your audience through your different products and services. This is where Kartra comes in, because in order for you to do this, you're going to need more than just a pretty website where you sell products. You're going to need to do things like build a high converting landing page in order to capture leads from your potential buyers. You're also going to want to build a sophisticated marketing funnel to transform those leads into paying customers. And ideally, you want to put all of this stuff on autopilot. So basically this runs in the background so that you can start to earn income whilst you sleep. Now take it from me, someone who's been in this industry for a while, you could spend years learning how to do all this stuff. Or you can let Kartra do all of this for you using their simple drag and drop interface. Kartra makes it easy for you to grow your list, host webinars, sell your knowledge, and build your brand. It has loads of really cool tools that just make the whole process super simple for you. For example, and one of my personal favorites, it has a built-in AI writing assistant that understands your tone of voice. You know how much I talk about the importance of having like a personality to your brand and making sure that people recognize your tone of voice and how you speak. That's often quite difficult to do with AI tools, but this AI tool makes that easy because it understands your tone of voice already. It also understands your target audience and your business goals to make the process of creating these landing pages and your marketing funnels as easy as possible. So if you're ready to take your next step to becoming a diversified income creator, head to the link below to check out Kartra, and don't forget to use code JADE to get a 30-day free trial and 30% off your first month or year when your trial ends. All right, let's talk about the next type of content creator, and spoiler alert, these are the richest. These are the ones who've got money, okay? These creators, we're gonna call the high reach creators, and it will become obvious in just a moment. These content creators are very good at creating content that reaches a lot of people. Now, notice I've said high reach and not like large audience, because those two things are often confused, but honestly, they're quite different. The reason why these creators are able to earn such a huge amount of money, and we'll talk about some figures in just a moment, is not just because they've got a lot of subscribers or followers, it's because they reach a lot of people through their audience. I have seen creators who fall into this category as a high reach creator who don't actually have huge audiences, but their content reaches so many people that they end up falling into this bracket and they can end up earning a huge amount of money through their content. Now, some examples of these creators, I actually spoke about them in a recent video where I was talking about how creators are so successful. So some of these include people like Alex L, Monet McMichael, Patricia Bright. These are the kind of people who upload content and they are getting hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views on their videos every single time. So we know that these creators are reaching a lot of people, but why does that mean that they're earning a lot of money? Well, there are three main income streams that these creators potentially have, and it's likely that one of them is responsible for majority of their income. For example, a lot of these creators earn money through affiliates, which is basically when you promote a product or service from another brand, and if your audience purchases that product or service through your unique link, you get a commission, you get a kickback from the money that they've spent, right? Now, a lot of creators have these affiliate links. I have affiliate links. I don't earn a huge amount of money from them though. The reason why these creators might be earning more is because they reach so many people through their content. So the chances of their audience purchasing these products or services that they're recommending is actually pretty high. So they're probably earning a decent income through their affiliate links. They also likely earn a decent chunk of income through partner programs or creator programs. Like TikTok has a creator program, which a lot of people such as Alex L and Monet McMichael, I can only imagine that they're making tens of thousands of dollars per month through that program. But where the real money is coming for these creators is through their brand deals. When you reach this level of creator where your content is being viewed by millions and millions of people on a daily basis, you get a different level of brand partnership, okay? A lot of these creators end up working with brands who are willing to pay them six figures for a set of content, right? We're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars. In addition to this, they get a different type of brand partnership deal. They're often invited to become brand ambassadors, which is like a more deeper version of being an influencer. They're usually longer term deals and include a mixture of deliverables outside of just sharing sponsored content, such as attending events, being on their ad campaigns, etc. Another type of brand deal that they often get is like a product collab deal. An example of this brand ambassadorship is like Alex L and like there's like a drink that she's promoting. I'll put a video of where she talks about it on the screen so you know what I'm talking about, but that's like a brand ambassadorship. On the other hand though, they can also do things like collaborate with brands to create products. Monet McMichael recently did that with Desi, I believe, which is like a sunglass brand. Again, I'll put some content on the screen so you know what I'm talking about. So she actually collaborated with a brand to produce her own line of products. It's still a form of brand deal, but in this case, she's likely to be earning a percentage of the money that the brand makes through that sale of that product, in addition to a flat fee on top of that. So as I mentioned, these deals are often worth hundreds of thousands of pounds and therefore represent the bulk of these types of creators' income. Should we talk about some pros and cons before we move on to the next one? A pro of being like a high reach creator is obviously that you're going to make some money, okay? You're going to make a lot of money, and a lot of the time, because you're getting these huge brand deals, you're able to make a lot of money without necessarily increasing the amount of time and effort that you're putting in to making money, if that makes sense. So myself and Monet could have a brand deal and we could both spend the same amount of time producing content for that brand deal, but she's going to make significantly more money than me because she's a high reach creator, right? On the flip side, the cons of being this type of creator is that it is not easy to get to this point. It is so challenging to become a creator who reaches millions of people every single time they post. The amount of dedication, hard work, consistency that requires is out of this world. If we look at the TikTok creators, they are posting 3 to 5, maybe even 10 times a day and have done consistently for like 3+ years. That amount of dedication and hard work cannot be overlooked. I know it can look like it's a really easy job, but being that consistent and remaining that consistent is definitely challenging. All right, so let's talk about the next type of creator who you might see online, and let's talk about how much they're earning. We're going to call this creator the niched creator. This is a creator who is usually known within a very specific subset community and who usually have quite a narrowed down niche. Not always, but usually they're pretty niche down, right? Now, what's special about these creators is that they often have a fairly small audience. They don't need a big audience in order to become this type of creator. It's just that they need a specific audience. So some examples include like like creators who specialize in health and fitness, but specifically running. They're running creators. Like they are highly niche down. So they likely have an audience of people who are very interested in running. So it's not a big audience, but it's a very highly targeted audience, right? Now, their main income stream is often selling some form of product or service. Because their audience are so highly targeted and so specific, these creators usually find it easier to produce products or services that are going to be of value to their audience because it's so clear what their audience needs from them. Do you know what I mean? So like, for example, if you are someone who specializes in helping people keep their plants alive, which, you know, I always say that I need help in that area, but I would say that this plant is actually doing pretty well. Let me know if you agree. If you are someone who specializes in helping people keep their plants alive, you creating a guide to helping people keep their house plants alive during a rough winter is a very targeted product that your audience would probably love. It's so specific that only someone who is a niche creator would actually come up with this idea and likely see success with it. Now, one of the pros to becoming this type of creator is that you do have some level of income control. When majority of your income comes from a product or a service, the amount of money that you earn is usually down to the actions that you take. So if you decide to do a big launch where you're telling everyone about it, then you're probably going to earn more money from that product or service that month. Do you see what I mean? Whereas if one month you decide not to talk about it a lot, then you're probably not going to make many sales. This is a good thing because it means that you have a level of control that you don't usually have when it comes to your other income streams, such as YouTube's partner program or anything that's determined by an algorithm, basically. Another pro to this is that whilst you do need an audience, you don't need a huge audience. So you can actually refocus your social media strategy to just connecting with people who are very, very specific and like-minded rather than trying to reach a lot of people, which could be very difficult. The cons to this though is you do need to learn how to create products like ebooks, like guides, like presets, and you need to learn how to market and launch these products. And that cannot be ignored. It's not enough just to have a targeted audience. You need to know how to actually create valuable products and how to sell it. Fortunately, there's a lot of content online that can help you. As I mentioned previously, I have a membership for creators and I have a lot of masterclasses and templates which will help you do things like create ebooks, sell products, etc. Right? So I'll put a link below in case you want to check that out. But that is definitely a con because you do need to do a lot of learning and development in order to get to the stage where this income stream is working for you. Now, when it comes to how much money these creators often earn, it can vary quite drastically. If you're selling like a low ticket item, like an ebook, for example, then usually these creators make anything between $500 to maybe $10,000 per month. On the other hand, if you are creating something that is higher ticket, like an online course or a group coaching program or consultancy services, you could potentially be earning absolute bank. Like there are creators out there who are making $10,000 to $100,000 per month from selling this. Now, one of the reasons why these creators will see so much success is because they've got a few things going for them. Yes, they're highly niche. Yes, the product or service they're selling is very valuable, but also they likely have quite a big audience that I've already mentioned you don't need in order to be this type of creator. But the ones who are making a lot of money often have a large audience. And they also often benefit from the fact that this is usually their main income stream. They're actually benefiting from focusing a lot of their time and energy on developing this one thing. This is different to your diversified creator like me, where we've got a few different things on the go, and therefore we're not necessarily putting all of our energy just into one thing. This creator is, and it usually means that they're earning a little bit more money as a result. All right, so last but certainly not least, let's talk about the platform dependent creator. This is a creator who I think a lot of you guys will relate to. This is one who has previously not quite been aware of all of the different income streams available to them, and therefore are relying on the income streams that are inbound. So the ones that are kind of presenting themselves to them rather than the ones that they're going out and getting. So these income streams include things like inbound brand partnership opportunities. So this is when brands are pitching to you. Don't get me wrong, sometimes these opportunities are incredible, especially when you're a bit more of an established creator. But in your early days, majority of these opportunities might be absolute trash. They might be from brands who you don't use, you don't support, you don't like, and therefore you're either going to turn down, hopefully, or you end up doing these brand partnership deals and it hurts you later on in your journey. In addition to this, more often than not, when brand deals are inbound, they usually are not going to pay you how much you could be getting if you're going out and pitching yourself. A lot of the time, they're going to be affiliate only deals, or if they offer you a fee, it's going to be a lot less than what you think you're worth. So keep that in mind as well. The other income stream which falls under this category is your partner programs and your creator funds. And basically when you earn money through posting content online, these income streams are inbound. These come to you. Once you start sharing content and you reach a certain size audience, you will become legible to join these partner programs and these creator funds. And therefore you'll start to earn an income from these platforms. Now, earning money from both of these ways aren't necessarily bad. It's just the fact that these two income streams, when balanced amongst each other, do not usually provide you with much income stability and also aren't usually the most lucrative. So the pros and cons to this. The pros are that they are little effort. These are opportunities that are coming your way. You're not doing things like creating a product, then learning how to market it. You're not doing things like pitching to all of these brands to try and get these bigger brand deals. You're not really doing much of the legwork here. They're kind of coming to you. So they're definitely the easiest routes. The cons to this though is that your income is usually going to be quite unstable. You definitely won't be fulfilling your full earning potential. And also these income streams don't provide you with much longevity. The creators who fall within this bucket often are earning anything between $10 per month to $1,000 per month. This is not an amount of money to be laughed at. This is a significant amount of money, especially when we're considering that this is an income stream that is low effort. Everything here is effort. Everything takes time and effort, of course. But I'm saying out of all of them, they're probably the lowest effort. So if you're doing this on the side, this could still be a great opportunity for you. As long as you're not doing that thing like I mentioned before, where you're doing brand deals that you don't believe in, you don't want to go down that route. But if you want to just focus on building your audience and wait for these two opportunities to come your way because you've got a full-time job and you're doing other things, amazing. Because $10 to $1,000 per month from your side hustle is incredible, you know? All right, so hopefully this gives you a good idea of how creators are making money and also gives you some guidance as to which creator you would like to become. Do not forget to check out Cartrophy, the link in my description, if you want to start your journey to becoming a diversified creator like yours truly. Use code J to get a 30-day free trial and 30% off your first month or year once your free trial ends. If you feel like hanging around, I recommend watching this video. It's all about which social media channels you should actually be focusing on. Thank you so much for watching as always. I can't wait to see you in my next video.